Okay,
Hola.
This is the story for Rosemary's class. This is my audience. I'm going to tell you the story about how 3 angels came into my life. It's a story that bases on how we think that the people who come into our lives are just people, but actually they're angels in disguise. So this story takes place when I was living at a spiritual center over the summer called Sri Pithanilaya. And Sri Pithanilaya is settled up on a hill, very much like a castle. It looks over the German countryside, which is just rolling, quiet countryside. And there's nothing there but quiet, sleepy German villages and this castle that if you see it at the right time, it shoots a beam of light up into the air. So there's a path that goes from Sri Pithanilaya on the hill down to this sleepy German village. And this German village is where I was sleeping in this kooky old house called the Polish house. So one night, after an event, it's late at night, like the middle of the darkest night, and I decide to walk down by myself. There's nothing here but that horse and that pony that are eating in the grass over there, and these 2 cows who are about to have calves, and maybe some butterflies. There's really nothing. But as I'm walking down, for some reason, I'm more scared than I've ever been in my whole life. I say a prayer, and I just keep walking faster. And then I hear something behind me, and I look, and there's these 2 eyes. They're shining. And it runs out behind me, and when I look, I see a big puffy tail, and I realize it's a fox. And it's totally fine to see a fox, except when you're more scared than you've ever been in your entire life. I walked quickly home, though, and I was fine. And this is when the 3 angels come in. These 3 angels are 3 people who come from an island called Mauritius. There's 3 of them. The first one is Ashwin. Ashwin is tall and lanky with this long black hair and big lips that hold his big mouth when he sings, really big, and he sings to God. He sings Pandaranga, Pandaranga, Pandaranga Hari, or he sings Ganapati, 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 going too fast for us to catch up, and he's somewhere else with Ganesh that we all wish we could be there. And then there's Manishi, and Manishi is a self-admitted mama. She loves people. She's like a 5-year-old and an 80-year-old in a 22-year-old body. And she always has chocolate that she's always giving to people. And she has this crease in between her eyebrows because she's always worrying if Ashwin's sleeping through dinner, or if Ashwin's singing through dinner, or if Ashwin's missed dinner. And so she has this crease, but it's kind of betrayed by the way she's constantly saying, no, it's okay, 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 it's okay. And then there's Vidya. And Vidya is the smallest, but she's also the oldest. And she's like a little Peter Pan. She's a dancer, and she plays a coy Radha or a sly Krishna. And when she dances, you know that she is with God too. So one night, I told them I'm walking home to the village. They're staying in the center, but they're really worried about me for some reason. They say, you're not walking down there all by yourself, are you? And I say, like, it's a 5-minute walk. It's fine, even though I know I had been scared before. But they said, no, we want to see the Polish house. We'll come. So we all run out of the center, and we're all holding hands. And at the last minute, we grab Lakshmi. And Lakshmi is this old woman from France. She lives at the center. And when she talks, it's like the words are reluctant to leave her mouth. She kind of says like, oh, you know. So anyway, we grab Lakshmi, and as we're walking down the hill, Ashwin stops us in the middle of the night, in the middle of this path, and he says right then and there, we have to pray for each other. And so we stand there holding hands, and we say a prayer for each person in the center. And every time Lakshmi prays, we start cracking up laughing, even though it's totally inappropriate because we're praying. But there's something about the way that she says, Jesus, that we just can't hold it in. So then we get down to the Polish house, and I am so tired I'm about to drop. But these three people say, oh no, we have to see the Polish house. And so they burst in and I follow in behind them. And they run upstairs to Damodada's room. Damodada is an old Polish woman who I've been scared of the entire summer because she won't talk to me. I found out later it's because she doesn't speak English, but I thought she just really didn't like me. But as soon as she saw these three people from Mauritius, she lit up. And I had never seen her smile before. And that's when I realized that they were angels. She gives them a bar of chocolate, and then she keeps offering us nuts and fruit and these weird Polish cookies that we don't recognize. They're kind of chewy and gross, but we eat them anyway. And we go upstairs to her attic room. And Manishi is running around and saying, oh, it's just like the movies. It would be so great to live here. And Vidya starts looking out of the window, and Ashwin starts looking up at this big picture of our teacher, our spiritual teacher, and he becomes lost somewhere. And Damodada is babbling at us, but she doesn't speak English, and we don't speak Polish, and so we don't really understand, but we know that she loves us somehow anyway, because she's offering us all these food, and she's smiling a lot. And I'm just sitting on the bed, and I am falling asleep where I'm sitting. But I realized at that moment that these three people had come to totally shake my world. They annoyed me. They gave me so much joy. They were pulling me this way and that way. And I knew that I would not be the same after meeting them. And that's how it is with the people in our lives. They come in, they push us, they annoy us, we fall in love with them, we fall out of love with them. But they're really angels in disguise to show us things about ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robin.